So last
like,
night, the Democratic National, whatever. I don't need to give them the effect because they're a great federation. So why do I need to give them the pomp and circumstance? They nominated an alleged sex offender, Joe Biden, while of course providing a marquee time slot to a not alleged, known sex offender apologist, Hillary Clinton.
Donald Trump says we're
Bill
leading
Clinton.
the world. Well, we are the only major industrial economy to have its unemployment rate tripled. At a time like this, the Oval Office should be a command center. Instead, it's a storm center. There's only chaos. Just one thing never changes.
Your nose
His
growing.
determination to deny responsibility and shift the blame. The buck never stops there.
That nose it's like he went to Fantasy Island. Do we have a picture of Lady Elaine from Mr. Rogers?
We can pull it up.
That's what it looks like. You know, it just keeps going. That nose of Bill Clinton.
He says like the White House is supposed to be a command center. Like when I commanded that lady to, that whole thing. The thing. You remember the story.
When I commanded her to blow me.
Drop down to your knees.
I need the youth vote. I understand you have to be very straightforward.
I realized I was doing more of a George W. thing.
I don't know.
It was my fault.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he does look like that.
Doesn't he? Yeah, bring it back up. Look. And you know what? They also hang around children's merry-go-rounds. That's true. And I know, allegedly, bring up the pictures of this guy with Jeffrey Epstein's masseuse. This just dropped yesterday.
Right.
Okay,
And-
Bill Clinton with, hey, by the way, she's cute. So,
By the way,
she's
she's
cute.
At least
I'm
he's
just
got
saying
good
this because
taste.
what I am saying is there is allegedly no foul play between those two. Okay, I want to be clear. And he was just saying, "Hey, can you crack my neck?"
Yeah, yeah.
But she was sexually abused. Go back there. That is Lady Lane. Go back. Look at
that's
this,
the
Lady
picture,
Lane.
yeah.
We're in the land of make believe. Touch my pecker.
I mean, they have the same cheeks. It's exactly the same.
It's
The rosacea is there.
Disgusting. So he had pictures of this lady who was sexually abused or claims to be sexually abused by Jeffrey Epstein. Do we have to say allegedly with Jeffrey Epstein at this point with all that half Asian Bill?
For the dead guy?
You're right.
gonna sue
Screw him. Rapist Jeffrey Epstein.
Got him.
Guy who had I guess you would call it a pagan altar sauna. I mean, you see that guy's shower? The guy had the sex ranch.
Yeah, that's where he relaxes, is that pagan altar. Yeah.
And you know what really bothered me most? He would get mad when the ladies would steal the little shampoos. It's like, you know what? That's your party favor.
That's for the guests.
So Bill Clinton claimed, just to be clear, we're talking about Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton. You know, we know about Bill Clinton and Juanita Broderick. We know about Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. We know about Bill Clinton and a lot of people. Now, Bill Clinton said, as it related to Jeffrey Epstein, that he only flew on the Lolita Express, the rape plane. That's a new Snoop Dogg film. Rape plane.
Hey, that's a quality.
The Lolita Express, he said 4 times. Okay, well, the call log, and I don't know why I showed 5. I was 4, and I went like, for this many, hitting my leather helmet. So 4 times, he flew at least 25. We have the call logs, okay? Now, some people say, well, that may not be a big deal. And he also spent time on the rapist island. Here's my question to you. Most Americans, right, if they don't work, if you're not a road warrior, most Americans travel on average like a handful of times per year. Okay? Sure. So the argument that it must have slipped his mind 25 or 27 times, depending on which call log you use, to Americans out there, provided that you don't work on the road, we up in the air need not apply to this. Can you think of any airline in the last few years that you've flown on 26 times?
Yeah.
But why would he want to minimize his association with Jeffrey Epstein?
He's just trying to build up those log hours.
That's
trying to get the
that would
credits.
be like 3 free flights with Delta.
Yeah.
Or think about it, American, Delta, United, Southwest, or like Vince Young on. That's like
think
Vince
at
Young
least
when he
once.
bought every single seat on Southwest. He didn't realize he could have flown private. Vince Young scored less than statistical random on the quarterback intelligence test when he got the NFL.
Yeah, he was dumb.
He was a great athlete, but boy, no quarterback IQ. So think about honestly, to put it in context, do you think, Bill, you travel quite a bit, half Asian Bill?
Yeah.
Have you flown 26 times on any airline in the last few years? On one airline?
I have, but I have to travel a lot. So
Do you use the
but
same
it's
airline all the time?
No, you don't use the same airline every single time. So a lot of the times I do fly one airline because of the proximity in that particular region. But when you look at the road warrior, kind of question, even if you're on the road all the time, I mean,
You'd remember it.
Look at it.
You'd
You're
have
gonna
a punch
remember it.
card.
Right?
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's bring this up. You look a little bit like the Alaska Airlines mascot.
Thank you.
That's why I thought you might be flying Alaska Airlines, which, land bridge theory, the Inuit.
Yes.
Do we have
We
this?
do have, yeah. We do
Okay,
have
let's
the
bring up
mascot.
Alaska Airlines
Let's see if
really
we can get it
quickly
pulled
because
up.
that's who Bill looks like. Do we have it? Yeah. All right, we'll go back to it.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll go back to it. So a few weeks ago, speaking of Bill Clinton, the alleged rapist, court documents, they were unsealed where this lady, Virginia Griff, however you call it in English, testified Clinton was at Epstein's pedophile island with 2 young girls, something that Clinton always, he's denied, right? But it's like you denied that you were on Lolita Express 26 times. Well, I guess 26 minus 4, 22 times you denied it. That's 22 denials, I guess.
Don't forget the 4 times he admitted it.
Yes. So 22 denials and 4 justice. 4 justices.
Don't forget about Monica.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I don't know. I don't think she made it on the plane. She was a little, you don't need those old spinsters.
Yeah, let's
bringing up the median age there at Pedophile Island. What is this, a nursing home?
Let's take Bill Clinton's word on this one, on the sexual assault.
Yes.
Thing. Yeah, I think that's probably the best.
I mean,
plan.
that's what I'm saying. It's like if you take the word of anyone there at the DNC, it's like a Mexican standoff of rape. It's like, no, I didn't do it. How can you prove it? Well, Bill Clinton vouched for me. He's like, yeah, well, Joe Biden vouched for me, and he's just like, what is the thing? He just got 2 guns aimed at him. He's like, this is what we're doing. I'm like, no, Joe, just okay, aim, good. And his is just a super soaker. It really is. Like, who vouches for you there at the D? Hillary Clinton? No. Joe Biden? No. Bill Clinton? No. Michelle Obama, who was effectively recruiting for Harvey Weinstein. If you look at the speeches that she gave, no. I don't know anything about. I don't know about Gretchen Whitmer, but I'm pretty sure.
It's awkward.
Just gotta.
Man, I wonder what went down on that island, man. If he's getting sucked off in the Oval Office, could you imagine the stuff he was doing down there?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, he's in the Oval Office.
Yeah,
the intern.
Yeah, and he had to go further.
What do you think he's doing it when it's a lady who's salaried? Yeah. Like she was paid to organize his envelopes. Those people were paid to do whatever Bill Clinton wants in the pagan shower sauna. That's a good point. God knows what he was doing. I mean, I can guess.
I mean,
I wonder what he sounds like.
No, let's not wonder what he's.
God!
Oh boy! All right, yeah. Well, you know what? That was broad enough that it was just slightly revolting.
A general
massage.
Do we have the Alaska Airlines mascot?
Do.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell me that's. Come on, that's like fast forward 30 years, Bill Richmond.
That is the most racist thing I ever seen.
With the shading, I think. Yeah.
Hey, that's my uncle. Y'all better back up.
An Eskimo with an afro.
I know that's always what it looks like. It's because they're creating the shading, and I don't know why they did that.
That's a nice afro,
It just looks
though.
groovy, man.
Yeah, looks like an Eskimo at a 70s roller skating.
That's it. I'm growing an afro.
Here's another thing. They defended Bill Clinton's inclusion right at the convention, and this was something that I saw on CNN, which I just thought was so telling. They basically ended up cutting the interview short, where someone was making a very valid point, kind of the point that half the country would be thinking. Yeah. And I said, well, you know what? I mean, I just think if you're saying, hey, character matters, look how terrible Donald Trump is. And then you're introducing Bill Clinton like that's a part of his open. That's a problem. And they believe that the Bill Clinton issue has been settled. Just like this is what they do a lot, right? Science it's settled. Well, what about the data on black? It's settled. What about the Bill Clinton, the rape? It's settled. What about the pictures that came out today? Nothingness.
Yeah.
Wait. Why isn't the Bill Clinton thing settled? I thought we all agreed that he did it.
That's a good point.
And that's also just code for shut up.
Yes. It's code
Stop talking about it, stop.
I don't like what you're saying, young man. You keep that up. You won't be in a 4th quadrant for us anytime soon next to Adam Scott. This is CNN. We take our business very seriously. Stelter, back to you, rubbing balls. So, let's go to, allegedly, let's go to this clip from CNN so you can see how they have to handle Bill Clinton when it arises live.
So you're going to say that in one breath and then say, character matters. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Clinton. I mean, does this make sense to anyone? If you want Republicans to vote for Joe Biden, have Bill Clinton talk about character and not having drama in the Oval Office? Is that the right answer?
This morning.
Okay, this has already been asked and ansed decades ago.
He's a horrible person.
Decades ago.
Decades ago, yeah.
Decades
By the way, not
ago.
everyone talks in Michigan that way. Just the asshole governors. I don't know what it is. Like you walk around Michigan, they have a little bit. They might say roof instead of roof, but then you have a governor, Whitmer, and her was a former Michigan governor. Granholm, like, well, back in Michigan, that's a matter of fact. What are you are you getting dialect lessons from Michael Moore?
playing to that rural base, right?
Yeah. Who, by the way, I'm not convinced is not in transition right now. Michael Moore. Have you seen him?
Oh my God, he looks like Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, don't insult Rosie O'Donnell.
He looks like Walter White on testosterone blockers.
Jesus Christ.
So they say it's settled decades ago. Well, it really wasn't settled decades ago. And we have new pictures, and I would think it's relevant, considering that if you watch the Epstein files on Netflix, right, they show that picture with Donald Trump like 3, 4, 5 times. Yeah. Donald Trump didn't travel on Elite Express. He's not in the call log. Donald Trump did host Jeffrey Epstein in Mar-a-Lago, and then kicked him out because he thought he was creepy. Yeah. Very quickly.
Good reason.
It's a pretty good reason. In other words, the story, rather than just a picture of Donald Trump at a party, right? I'm sure you could find a picture of Donald Trump at a party with all kinds of unsavory characters. You know, probably you have Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Clinton, Lena Dunham. They all show up at these Met galas. The point is that's not the same as traveling on his plane and going to his sex island repeatedly and denying it. Donald Trump booted Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. He's like, that guy, there's something I don't like, namely that he does kids. That's what I think Donald Trump said.
Not a good guy.
And how does Bill Clinton not get Me Too'd when Aziz Ansari has a bad date?
Yeah.
I don't like Aziz Ansari's politics at all. That's a bad date when you look at it. How does he not get Me Too'd when, at the very least, what we know, what he denied under oath and then admitted to, abusing his power as the president of the United States on an intern, even if she was willing, right? This idea, regretful P&V is what's taught is rape. Well, what about the president of the United States exerting his power over you to get a BJ underneath the White House desk?
Yeah, and that's just what we know about all this other.
Well, we also know he just dropped his pants and walked up. I mean, you can search Jennifer Flowers, you can search Juanita Broderick. We know that he made uncomfortable advances, and we know that he had extramarital affairs with people who worked for him, and we know that he denied it under oath. We know all those things. Mm-hmm. We just don't know. What the bedpost notches would read in regards to pedophile island.
You think he'd be target number 1 for Me Too? It's strange that he's not just.
You think he
that'd
would?
be number 1.
I don't know. People
Prime
probably
example.
They give him a wide berth because of that bayonet on his nose.
Hey, he's got a black kid too.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, he's got a black kid.
Bill Clinton?
Yeah, he did.
Look just like him, but he's light skinned.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, well,
Can you
that's
get Manny in
all
here?
allegedly. No,
it's alleged, huh?
Yeah.
You can switch it up and just say purported.
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 Yeah.
The purported child.
Well, it's been reported he's got a black son.
Others have said.
Yeah.
I hear people say. Yeah.
And here's something else. When people do, they say it's settled. Well, Bill Clinton has refused to apologize for anything. I think we have this link up here from CN, is it NBC, CNBC, MSNBC? So many NBCs, and all of them are useless.
Well, can I fact check you real quick?
Yeah.
Bill Clinton hasn't apologized for that, but he did apologize for the racist policies that he put into place that set back black communities for decades that he put into place when he was president.
Did he actually apologize?
He did. Just a couple years ago, he came out and he admitted that he screwed over the black community for decades because of the policies he put into place.
You know what? That makes me respect him less.
But I thought he was the first black president.
At least just double down. It's like if you're a racist, Bill Clinton, by God, be the best racist you can be.